Atsu Pieche. Niyana mo ne noko pe ne madasi ne mapumi. Se mweno hiye ne bakbenga hiyo. Ofia no da Atsu se. Now what I said in the heavenly language, that is the best language in the world. Anybody who doesn't speak Dangbe language, I am very sad for you. Dangbe language is a heavenly language. I don't know what my brother Kwesina Tetteh speaks. I don't know what my brother Kennedy Ajipon speaks. Chairman for brother King speaks. All of you. The only language to speak here, to be happy with, is the Dangbe language. I think the Trasam family will be very happy that Dangbe Mawu Agbo Mawu Mijolo Waibalo Mawu Mau Mochumi Ike Mau Agbo Mau Mimijolo Waibalo Mau Mochumi Kapio Kawama Beke Kawama Bekakra Kapio Kawama Beke Kawama Bekakra Mau Akko Mau Mijolo Waibalo Mau Ike Mau As we mourn Atsu, I have a story for you. The story is that in spite of all the frustration, the pain, and the questions that we cannot answer, to have lost a 31-year-old star, is that this one too is for good. This one too is for good. It's about two friends. The two friends grew up together, and they had a slogan. As they were growing up, anything that happens in their life, they say this one too is for good. They said it until they became of age. And when they were about 30 years old, one became a king. Wow. The childhood friend of that gentleman has become a king. And he got too excited. Went into the palace to acknowledge and to congratulate his friend that has become a king. Listen to me. There are many things today that we will not understand until we get to heaven. And like the preacher man rightly said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. He went to the palace, congratulated his friend the king. And the friend said, since I became a king, nobody has come to acknowledge me. Do you know that there are some friends, they don't know how to appreciate when their friends go ahead of them. Jealousy, enviness, backbiting, and that spirit is in Ghana a lot. We backbite, we jealous, we destroy people. We say things about people we don't know. The king said, since I became a king, can you believe my channel? No go back. They can remember say, you're not no pain or a pain fell. What you've done is so nice to me. I want you to come back to me in 2 weeks' time so we can go and hunt together. Wow. I am going to hunt with the king. And his friend could not wait for the 2 weeks. When the 2 weeks was up, he hurriedly went to the palace. And when the king saw him, their usual slogan was, "This one too is for good." Somebody say it with me. This one too. Say it to somebody. Those who like you, this one too. Those who don't like you, this one too. Those who endorse you, this one too. Those who do endorse you, this one too. Those who did not even accept Atsu when he was alive, and now they are accepting him, this one too. You know, in Ghana, we praise people when they die. When they are alive, we don't know them. So what happened? The king was happy. He kept saying, "This one too is good. This one too is for good." When he made a mistake with his weapon, the king was shot mistakenly. Unfortunately for the king, he shot his tongue. And as he lost the tongue and he screamed, "Aye!" His friend looked at him and said, "This one too is for good." It's your young choir. The king was so upset. He said, "How dare you?" He called his guards, "Carry this useless man and throw him to jail." When he was going to jail, he looked at the king and said, "This one too is for good." The Methodist say, "Whatever my Lord thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul, it is well, oh, with my soul, with my..." Everybody sing, "It is well, it is well with my soul." For 5 years, he was in prison. And any time people go to tell him that your friend has not treated you well, he said, "This one too is for." After 5 years, the king's sore has healed. There was no more wound, but he has no tongue. The tongue was gone. He wanted to go to hunt. He went into the forest. He was met by a group of people that they call barbarians, cannibals. What do? They captured him and they said, "It's a king." They said, "Yes, for what you are wearing, we noticed truly you are a king. But since we started eating human flesh, we've never had the chance to eat the king's flesh." They tied him to a big tree. They were about to kill him when one noticed that the man they were about to kill, he has no tongue. Wow. As for this meat, we will not eat it. Then he remembered his friend in prison who said 5 years ago that this one too is for good. So he rushed to the prison to go and tell his friend, "I'm sorry, I'm releasing you, and I'm sorry, I didn't handle you well." And the friend said, "You have nothing to be sorry about. This one too is for good." Ladies and gentlemen, don't be worried about what somebody has said about you, or what somebody has said about you, or what somebody has done to you. Be worried about what God is saying about you, because the right message that was brought earlier was that for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Only. His friend said, "You know why this one too is for good? If you have not brought me to prison, I would have still been your friend. And when you were going to hunt, I would have gone with you. And when they captured you, they would have captured me too. And when they noticed you have no tongue, they would have noticed I have a tongue. And by now the story would have been different. They would have left you to go, and I would have been eating. And so this one too is for good." Closing in this short message, this is the message I'm leaving to the Trasam, the Christian Atsu family. That this one too is for good. Mau penele noni eje. Nesane Eche Atsu Benoni. Let me give you 5 reasons why you should thank God. It's better we found Atsu now and to bring closure to him and his story than to let him become missing. Like for instance, what we are experiencing with Castro. Number 2, it's better that God cut everything short and call Atsu home than for him to have been paralyzed for the rest of his life. Number 3, it's better that God in his own infinite wisdom decided to take him away now. So if there was any mistake and embarrassment he was going to bring to the family, God has cut it short. And number 4, for all you know, Atsu was a sacrifice to your family. For those of you that nobody would have known, but for the sacrifice and the spilling of Atsu in this manner, we are all dignified today. Question is that when was the last time some of us seated on the high stage today had that privilege? Thank God for the Atsu sacrifice. Finally, it is possible. And I say this with my eyes open to all of you listening here. For all the journalists, for all the clergy, for all the sports personalities, for all the possible that Atsu die, so we'll all wake up from our foolishness. Our foolishness means we live as though there's no God. We live as though we have everything for ourselves. Our foolishness is that we think God is secondly. But we are coming to that place where your scripture is so apt. Please read it again. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believeth in him should not perish. Read it, man of God. Read it the way you read it.
Hallelujah. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
So in conclusion, that is the message. If you don't know Christ today, don't forget that you are about to die one day. Atsu scored a goal in the afternoon. He was supposed to be gotten to London at 11 p.m. Because of the celebration, he changed his flight. And 5 hours after, he was a dead person. It took 45 seconds before Reddit for him to lose his life, for him to make his children fatherless, and for him to make his wife a widower, and to make his family members mourners. Live your life well, so when you die, you will have a life. Shall we be on our feet?